Alright, today we're going to do a little tutorial on how to cut honeycomb. Honeycomb can be found in several different types. It can be aluminum, like this, or it can be Nomex or paper, like so. One of the things that I want to point out to you is the way it's put together, what we commonly call cell structure, can vary. This is diamond. You can have hexagonal. You can also have oblong. Now, one of the easiest ways to cut honeycomb is simply with a utility knife, commonly called a box cutter, and a template. What I've done here is I've placed double-sided tape on my template, and I'm going to lay it down on top of the honeycomb so that one edge lines up perfectly with these cells, the way it's put together. It makes it easier to cut the honeycomb. Now I'm going to apply pressure so that my double-sided tape sticks down. And when I get ready to cut this honeycomb, I'm not going to want to make one deep, long cut at the same time. I'm not going to let my knife out all the way, because what happens is I wind up ripping or tearing this as opposed to actually cutting it. I want to make approximately 3 swipes with it. So I'm going to take my knife, let it in a little bit, and I'm going to start approximately 1 inch from the end when I get ready to cut. And the purpose for this, and again, I'm not going all the way deep, I'm just actually making me a little starting line. But the purpose in coming in approximately 1 inch is if you start on the end, you will cause damage. If you watch, I'm going to intentionally damage this. This core will stretch as opposed to cut. You can see it's pulling in, and it actually stretched. Now, again, so I want to start about 1 inch in. This will be my second cut. And I'm going to let my knife out. And finally, I'm going to make my last cut. And I'm going all the way to the bottom this time. Now, to cut this 1 inch part, what I'm going to do is turn around and pull in the opposite direction. And you can notice it's a little bit hard to cut because I've already stretched it earlier. Now that I've made 3 complete swipes, this honeycomb was pulled simply apart. I should have a good straight edge all the way down. One more point I'd like to make. When you cut this, you want to be completely vertical and not at an angle, because if you cut at an angle, the core will taper up under this template.